Easy action.
I'm your host, Jada Boss from Boss Talk TV's Tall Table Discussions here in the Student Union Lounge. And I'm with four fabulous people that are going to introduce themselves with their name and major. And I'm going to start with...
I'm Tina and I'm in kinesiology.
The beige goddess.
Jonathan James, graphic design.
I'm Colin Williams and I am a CRJ major.
I'm Christian and I'm a marketing major.
Dope. Okay, so today the topic is interracial couples. We all were kind of talking off camera. We all pretty much love interracial couples. Two of us wouldn't be here without them. But we're going to kind of talk about why it's still such an issue, or why people kind of still are kind of iffy about it.
When my mom and my dad first started getting together, there was a whole lot of problems. You know, my grandfather didn't like it. He didn't like the fact that my mom was dating a black man. And my dad's family didn't like my dad was dating a white woman. So, I mean, I don't really, it's probably because of the time frame that it was.
Right.
Because now it's a lot more common. But there's still people that have an issue with it because of their backgrounds and who they grew up with.
That's true. Okay, so did you guys have that kind of camaraderie with
I think it's probably worse for my parents. My
parents, I know my parents for a fact they don't discriminate against anyone.
Right.
However, like, you know, they've had this thing when like they ask me like who my girlfriend is, and then like the first thing they would ask is like, is she Filipino? And I'd be like, nah, mom, she's not. But she'd be like, oh, it's all good though, like she doesn't care. But I know for a fact that like my grandma and stuff, she's not necessarily racist. But she's like, I know she would rather prefer like me going out with like a Filipino girl because like that's what she's used to in her like country and her culture, I guess.
Right.
And then just going based off of that, like I know other Filipino people whose like families are really like genuinely like racist against other races into the family.
Right.
So it's just like, I don't know, like I don't know why that is, but
I mean, obviously, like everybody else at the table, I agree completely with interracial couples and everything. But I think as far as, you know, societal values and just backgrounds as far as families are concerned, it goes. I think like what, almost going off of what Colin said, it just goes all the way back down the line. I mean, being that, you know, we've all, I mean, as a speak from black race, we've come from, you know, hardships and struggles and everything, and then we've always been used to just being with our people and our people being together and standing together as one. So I think that we feel that you know, going outside of that and branching outside of that is not needed at all. You know what I mean? So I think a lot of people think that way. I mean,
going off of that, just to like, I feel though like there's a generation change though. I feel like interracial couples and just meeting other people is getting much more easier now. But then again, at the same time though, it just depends on where you're from. Like I feel like in America, like in Las Vegas in particular, it's like I feel like it's really easy to find interracial people.
Right.
I don't know.
It's like a melting pot.
Las Vegas is truly like diverse. But then when I go back to the Midwest and like see my family out there, it's like all I see is like white people with white people with white people. And it's like,
White people.
Yeah. And I come back to Las Vegas and I'm like, man, like we're really diverse. I'm grateful for that, for being raised in a diverse setting. But I know around the like America, different places, it's like it's still very like that, you know what I mean?
Like in the South, it's a lot of black people with black people.
With black people.
And the same for the white people and everything else. So it's just like he said, I'm really happy to live somewhere where it's diverse, so that you get used to everything, because it's not always going to be just black people, just white people.
Right. Do you think that we're going to finally come to a place where everyone's okay with it, or do you think we'll always have it where somebody has a problem with it?
I think it's always going to be, like, there's always going to be that one person who's against it, like, just because how far we have come now, we've come a far way, but, like, I feel like there's always that one person who's, like, the negative Nancy, and who's like, no, you should date a white person should date a white person, and then a black person should date a black person, like, there's always going to be that one person.
But I do remember, like, one of the major points of this topic that people wanted to focus on is why black girls have a problem with black guys getting with white girls, and why black guys might feel threatened by a white guy swooping in and taking a black girl. So, I mean, because most mixed couples are black and white, especially these days. You got something for that?
For, like, I don't know the exact reason, but I know sometimes, like, when a black guy, like, he dates a black girl and then he goes and he starts dating, like, a Caucasian woman, like, our generation, I haven't seen it like too much, well, with older people, you know, but like
Right.
they'll bash black women. They'll be like, oh, I should have dated a white girl a long time ago. They're the best. They're this. They're that. They can do this.
Make
They're,
sandwiches.
yeah, like,
It's
you know,
because how they downplay
they demean.
their own race after dating a different one.
Yeah.
And I notice that a lot with black men, though. Not with white men or anything like that.
Right.
But with black men, they'll sit there and they'll bash a girl like, oh, she's ratchet, I don't like black girls, blah, blah, blah. I'm a snow bunny kind of guy. And they bash their own race. And that's the problem I think black women have the most.
Okay, what do you think as a
Yeah,
black
that's not,
man?
I wouldn't say that's the only reason.
Oh, no, not the only reason.
What is John? Because Jonathan's a black guy at the table.
Well, I mean,
I'm picking on him, but
I really, honestly don't have a problem with, you know, a white man dating a black girl or vice versa, because my brother's wife is white, and they have a baby due in May, so that's awesome. Yeah, I think that's cool. So I mean, and if you look at my, as bad as it sounds like a track record, I guess you say, my last girlfriend was Samoan. My girlfriend before that was Hispanic, and I dated 2 black girls. I dated a light skinned girl and a dark skinned girl. If that.
Dang.
he knows what he's doing.
31 flavors.
It doesn't really matter to me. It's okay because I mean, like what Christian said, going back to the whole Vegas being a melting pot, and I'm just thankful for it because, you know, without cultures coming together, we wouldn't be able to experience new things and branch out and, like I said, experience everything else that we have.
Yeah.
And going off of that too, like I really feel like it's wrong to discriminate over like and say something like that after you got. Like, I've been with I've been with a lot of different girls, like from black girls, like dark skinned girls, to light skinned girls, and like Hispanic, etc. And it's like there's no, I feel like it's really wrong to try to categorize like women like that in
That's true.
in a racial sense. Like, oh yes, I'm not gonna date or like I'm dating like Hispanic girl now. I don't like the difference between Hispanic girl and black. That's not something that
We're
I
all
like
girls.
to. Yeah, it's nothing that I should like discriminate against. It's just, you know, a girl is a girl, and as an individual, not as a black girl or as an Asian girl. She's just a woman. You know what I'm saying? So.
Right. And I feel like we should say the same about guys, because I feel like black girls in particular always categorize guys into one category, and usually we don't put race into it because we say, you know, they all ain't nothing. But at the same time, I feel like we should take, you know, individually what each dude is.
You guys are really dated outside your box, but I've only dated black guys, which is like, because I'll see on campus, you know, white guys walking around or Asians. I'm like, oh my gosh, he's so cute. And I'm like, he's not going to be interested in me. I'm a black girl. So, like, I think that's another issue, like, that I have. Like, even though my parents obviously are mixed and I'm mixed, it's just like, do they like me? I think they're attractive. I think that's another thing. Like, some black girls just think, like, oh, they're not going to be interested in me. But, like you said, a girl is a girl is a girl.
That's true.
And we all have different personalities, so.
Like, I've heard that plenty of times, so, like, people really don't, like, they be nervous about trying to get at other races.
Yeah.
And I just be like, man, nah, she's cute, I'm gonna get her, I don't care.
Right.
You know, I don't,
but you're Christian.
Yeah, Christian, you're cool guy Christian.
You're cool guy Christian.
But we understand that, though. And I feel like we should probably end the episode with that, because it's a lot of different point of views, and we kind of just want to hear your point of view. No one discriminates at this table. I know Boss Talk doesn't support that at all. But anyway, I was like, anyway, thank you for watching Tall Table Discussions. I'm your host, Jada Boss.